Okay, and welcome. Let's do a sound check. Let's see here. Welcome, everybody. So I apologize. There are just never enough hours in the day, and that's for sure. But welcome in, everyone, and I'll say hello to everyone in the chat, and then we'll get started. This is Friday Night Show, okay? Friday, July 18, 2025, Friday Night Show. I'm glad to see everybody. It's been a rough day for me, and apologize that I'm late. I am just, I'm screeching in here to my seat, so barely able to make it, and do apologize. But hopefully we're good to go. Let me back on up and say hello to everyone who's been here for a while. I do appreciate you being here, and then we'll get started. Happy Friday, everyone. All right. So today, Amy was first in here, and thank you, Amy. Amy's always in here early. She's my main mob. Please respect Amy. And anyway, tell her you love her too. All right. So we got Amy with all the support pathways, etc. Also, author Claremont. What's up, author? Mino Dino. What's up, Mino? What's up, Heavy Metal Rehab? Ninja Warrior Assassin. Sweet Dude Shibby. Who's Your Daddy 11? Oleg Cat. Dirty Diana. Heather Brown, Hebby. Dom S. Awesome. Samantha Springman. Critter Mama. Um, who else was in here? Heavy Metal Rehab. All right. Nicole Watt. Hello, Nicole Watt. All right. Fur Baby Daddy. What's up with you? Miss Pie Crust. Hello to you. Who am I missing? Like to say hello to Elizabeth Jones. What's up, Elizabeth Jones? Okay, also, who do we have in here? Miss Deb. Hello to you. Old Mort, New Mort. Hello to you. Okay, Christina. Hey, hello to you. All right. Everybody, what's up? What's up? Granny D, hello to you. Eliana Davidson, hello to you. Kathy, hello to you. Granny D, Pertinent, hello to you. Elizabeth Jones, okay. Topher, hello to you. All right, good to see everybody. All right, am I missing anyone? Rebecca Ann, what's up? Hello to you. All right. JR Nana Boomer, hello to you. Okay, hello to all. All right. Gretchen, hello to you. Hello. What's up? Who is saying hello, Noe? I didn't see Noe. Oh, there he is. Hello, Noe. Hello to you. All right. Shibby, Gretchen. All right. Crisis. Okay. Dirty Diana, Christina, Noe. All right. Boom. Heather Brown, Amy, Dirty Diana, Mino Dino, Gretchen, Jake Brooks. What's up, Jake Brooks? Jake Brooks in the house, y'all. Guest of honor, Jake Brooks. Come on the panel tonight, Jake. All right. Jake Brooks in the house. Don Mess, Nicole Watt, Noe. You know, all you guys. All you guys. Let's see, we got a dumbass in here. Hey, dumbass. You'll have to make a whole other account. Okay? You'll have to make a whole other troll account. Sorry. I'm going to get this and this. And then we'll ban your ass out of here. All right. Good, good, good. Got you out of here. Let's say Diana. No, we can ban. We're gonna ban that one. There we go. We banned them. All right. Oh, we got another one. All right, cool. Let's check this one out. I'm glad to be hated. Thank you. Thank you for hating. Again, another brand new account. That's okay. You'll have to make another one. Guess what, guys? You'll have to just keep making more accounts because we're going to keep banning them. So keep on. Keep on. You're going to burn through them. Okay. Now. Oh, no. Did I hide Shibby instead? Whoops. Shibby, I apologize. See, that's the kind of shit these fuck faces do. Let's see. There we go. All right. Oh no, Shibby. All right. Hey, welcome everybody. We got dumbasses coming in. That's okay. Everyone's hurt, and we'll talk about why tonight. Thanks for that teaching moment. Now, wow, Friday night fights number 10. This is what was supposed to happen last week until we got the news about Cosmo. So apologize that we're a week late with this show. It's fine. Um, hey, let's get caught up on the news. So anyway, dumbass Frank Meister and dumbass Bossy, two residents of Indiana. Yes, two residents of Indiana. One of Greenwood, Indiana, and one of Converse, Indiana. They have been relentlessly striking my channel. And now that I think about it, I was supposed to get all those receipts for you, but I don't have them. But it might be fun for me to show them to you. But what's my point? My point is that in the past week and a half, ever since I released, well, it's been a week. Let's talk about what it is, okay? 4 pits. Ever since I released my 4 pits video, it's about a week and a half. It's been relentless fraudulent strikes on this channel. Okay? Relentless fraudulent strikes. I have at least 9 fraudulent strikes on this channel, y'all. Yes, it's true. What they think they're doing is taking my channel down, but they're too fucking stupid to understand you're not going to take my channel down with a fraudulent privacy strike or 20 of them. So guys, stop wasting your time. You're not going to take my channel down with fraudulent strikes because YouTube obviously knows they're fraudulent strikes. And this directly goes to you, dumbass. Yeah, I mean Frank Meister, Chomo Meister. I mean Frank Patty, spokesperson number 1, the official spokesperson for Becky Patty. Let me get this message directly to you. Fraudulent privacy strikes do not count as community violations. So I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me community violated off the platform. But guess what, dumbass? Privacy strikes don't count towards that. Okay? So I understand you're all really butthurt that 4pits told the truth about the Patties and all of these criminals from Delphi, Indiana, and the surrounding areas. But guys, you don't get to strike down the 4pits video because you don't like what he's saying. Also, I'd like everyone to be aware that they did strike down the Cosmo Live from a week ago. That's right. They struck down the Cosmo Live from a week ago with fraudulent privacy strikes. Okay, so thanks to them, the live I did in memory of Cosmo is no longer here. So please go let them know how you feel about that when you see them around. I had to re-upload it today as a video, but all of you guys know it's not the same. It's not the same when it's uploaded as a video. First of all, I had about 50 to 60 comments about Cosmo that were in the comment section, and those are permanently gone. Okay, and then the 2,500 chat messages, they're all gone. So just so everyone is aware, the troll farm, and by that I mean Becky Patty, through her official spokespersons, and that is Frank Meister and Bossy, has struck down several videos that included Four Pitt's testimony about Delphi and the Patty family. They've also struck down the Cosmo live stream from a week ago. So thank Becky Patty, Mike Patty, Kelsey German, Doug Carter, Nicholas McClellan, Toe Blesenby, Tony Liggett, David Vito, Brian Harshman, and everyone else who has supported this family, that they can't even respect the life of one of our chatters enough to leave it the fuck alone. Okay? So thank them for the fact that Cosmo's live stream is gone. But that's what you get from the Chomo and Keegan Klein's stepmom. Okay? Bossy is Keegan Klein's stepmom. She was married to Tony Klein. And remember, she's the one who cried when Keegan Klein was sentenced. She cried. So you have Tony Klein's lover and Becky Patty's wannabe baby daddy striking down Cosmo's live stream. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. In other news, what has happened? Boy. So there's been other things. Let's see. 2 weeks. Okay, it's a little more than 2 weeks since I've really covered any of the Mean Girls. Okay. Now, here's the reason why. There's been more pertinent things. Okay, arise. And honestly, since July 4th, I've really been a different person. Okay. I've really been a different person. Well, we got more dumbass. See, they're coming in really thick tonight because they're all really butthurt that we're over the target. And we're going to be talking about them tonight. Let's see. So you trolls just keep coming in. You just keep coming in. Um, so, So I was a little distracted in the past 2 weeks, to be honest. And tonight I don't even feel well now. My stomach's not feeling too well tonight. So I've been a little out of it, you know. But I've been very busy. I mean, it's hard to relate to you what's been going on because behind the scenes we have been very busy. And trust me, you're going to see some of the results of that in the coming months and year. Um, and so and so that's been going on. Let me I'm trying to look at something here. Okay, I'm trying to see a date here. I'll give you a specific date. Yeah, it's July 7th. um so since July 7th especially, it's just been a whole different thing. um and so I've been busy. um but let's see. What else would I say? I'd say ideally this is what's going to happen. Okay, ideally after tonight I won't really have to say anything more about the Mean Girls. um they're totally irrelevant. uh I think you've all seen who they are now, and we're going to be looking at them. And like I said to a friend of mine the other day, I said, listen, don't you find it very interesting that the one person that both sides are trying to take down, the number one person that both sides want gone, both sides want gone so bad that they're working together behind the scenes. Yes, the troll farm and the mean girls, the guilters and the not guilters, right? The Rick Allen is a baby killer and the free Ricky Bays. The one thing that they want more than anything is the prof gone. It's really telling. It should be really telling. What would be important enough, big enough, that the Free Ricky Allen team would be bed buddies working behind the scenes with the Rick Allen is a kid killer team? It's really something to think about. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, hopefully this will be the end of me having to talk about these insane cunts. And regardless, I do intend on talking a whole lot about the troll farm because I'm not even close to done with them. So that will be happening, okay? Another special notice for Frank Meister. Listen, when the lawsuits come, all of this fraudulent striking of my channel in an attempt to harm my livelihood will be taken into account by attorneys, because you do realize it's not legal to try to harm someone's livelihood. Okay? All right, so what else we got? We'll be talking a little tonight about all of the above, looking at some things, and let's see. We'll be talking about a lot of things. So you got to forgive me tonight, okay? You got to forgive me tonight, because tonight's show, you know, usually I have everything very organized, everything very sequential, everything very perfect as I can with showing to you receipts or screenshots. Tonight is going to be a little more scattered because in some ways, the way that I was given some of this material was in a scattered manner. Okay. So it's almost impossible to put it into order anyway. So we'll be jumping around a little tonight, but it's no big deal. Okay. Because everything is going to get looked at. Now, look, if you're expecting me, let me just say this. If you're expecting me to do your trial read-throughs, boy, do you have another thing coming. But I did see a trial read-through today, and I got to say, it was the most disrespectful, unserious shit I've seen in a while. I don't know if you guys have seen that. So today, there was a quote-unquote reenactment of reading through the trial transcripts. And honestly, it was the most disrespectful, unserious thing I've ever seen. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But hey, because I love to be the one who says, I told you I was right, let me gloat a little and bask in the I don't know, in the moment, and say, I was right. You guys may remember that just in the past couple weeks, I've said repeatedly, there's no reason to raise $5,000 to grift $5,000 off of the public, off of the viewers' backs, the Delphi viewers' backs, when there's already 30 fucking $1,000 at question. Okay. I said there's already 30 fucking $1,000 that is unaccounted for, that people are not answering for, that people are lying about. People are saying, no, the money's with David Hennessy. The money's with David Hennessy. It's safe. It's with David Hennessy. It was used exactly for what it was said it was going to be used for. And the money's with David Hennessy. And there are other people who said, no, the money's with Andy Baldwin. It's with Andy Baldwin. And there's nothing untoward about the money. It was all handled properly. And no, there's no controversy. And yeah, some people dipped into the money here and there, but it's no big deal. But let's be clear. There's questions about the money, okay? And I haven't even brought all of the questions to the surface because our team has been working on it behind the scenes. But let's be clear here. There are questions about the money. There's questions about the way the invoices were written. There are questions about the specifics of the billing. There are questions about the payments. There are questions about the withdrawing of money into the fundraiser and then being reimbursed for the monies and then not refilling the coffers at the fundraiser. So there's a lot of questions about the money. And since no one will give a straight answer, we're going to keep asking questions about the money. But because of that, I was so annoyed that these people would literally try to scrape off the back of the Delphi community another fucking $5,000 for transcripts, which they thought they would get a week or 2 or 3 early. And if you believe a lying ass dimwit like Michael Osbrook, he was saying it was not going to be until September or later. That's right. Michael Osbrook was running around saying it wasn't going to be until September or later, if at all, that a free copy of the transcripts was handed over. But like I said a free release of the transcripts was imminent. I said it was only going to be a week or 2, possibly sooner, and that it was not fair when there's so many questions about the money and the fundraisers and all of the drama that surrounded those fundraisers. Think about this. Think of all the bad breakups that happened around the time of this fundraiser. Do you guys remember Allie? Allie, who was a central figure behind the fundraiser, having a bad breakup over the fundraiser? Do you guys remember CJ having a bad breakup over the fundraiser? I wonder who else had a bad breakup over this fundraiser that we don't even know about. But still not a single straight answer about the fundraiser. You see that, don't you? All right, guys, this is illegal here. I want to show you something. See this right here? This is called, what is this called? No, I'm forgetting the term. When someone is pretending to be you, okay? When someone is pretending to be you, what is that called? This is someone pretending to be me here. Okay? Thank you, Dom. Yeah, no, there's a term. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's like impersonation, but it's anyway, it's against YouTube terms of service. So this, yeah, it's called spoofing, I believe. So this account here will be reported immediately for spoofing. Matter of fact, let me do that while we sit here. How about this? Report. Now, let me go. Let me take a moment and do it. Okay, report. Spoofing is against YouTube terms of service. All right. Now, what they're trying to do is get me distracted. So let me just go ahead and save this for later. Let me see. Oh, what's the button? Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm not going to get sidetracked by these dumbasses. Listen, the fact that they're all coming in tonight, just take it for what it's worth, okay? Uh so I was saying, I told you so. I told you that there would be a free copy of the transcripts provided within weeks. Looks like I was right again, once again, once again. So now this funny thing here is what are they going to do with the money now? Okay. Now, what else am I going to say? Um, Mean Girls. So, someone brought something interesting to my attention tonight. And I want to talk about this because, hey, there's a lot about this. There's a lot about this. You guys may remember that I've been highly critical of Andy Kopsa because she's not a journalist whatsoever. She's a former failed journalist who always wrote for far leftist rags, super stupid content. I've gone back and read some of her work. You may remember that I was critical of her because obviously she didn't care to do any due diligence whatsoever in any of this past 5 months, right? Zero due diligence. Zero due diligence. Even when I tried to correct her, okay, even when I tried to correct her, she didn't want to hear any correction, okay? So, what kind of journalist goes into a story not wanting to hear the other side? That's right. Even when I offered my free time and energy to assist her with understanding this other side, she totally refused. And so, you know, I took it upon myself to draw attention to the fact that on March 12th, the day that this group, the Mean Girls and the state of Indiana, released this alleged bridge guy video that they want us to believe is a legit thing. I mentioned how it was funny that there's such obvious signs of organization or should I say orchestration behind what happened on March 12th, which is that they released a fucking what appears to be a fake video that they are alleging or claiming is the actual original video from Liberty German's phone, which doesn't at all look original, which doesn't at all look legitimate, which highly appears to be possibly the product of. Remember this rumor about Disney and NASA? Well, I'm of the opinion that this product could easily be the product of Disney and NASA. Okay. And don't you find it odd that it didn't come from the court, that it didn't come from the prosecutor, it didn't come from the family? It came from an anonymous website. And they thought that that was going to work out. Okay. And you guys saw all the clapback when I exposed who it was behind that website and the team. And I mean, Carol Weinecke, Michael Osbrook, Luke Cohen, Sleuthie Goosey, Angela Michos, etc. When I mentioned that it was this group behind that website, they absolutely flipped their shit. They flipped their shit. They lost their fucking minds, okay? First was lie, 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 deny, deny, deny. Okay. Then it was gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, bully, 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 fuck with, fuck with, fuck with, docs, docs, harass, harass, shit on, shit on, shit on. Okay. Then it was come up and spin, 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 spin. And you've still never had a straight answer. And it's funny because through all of that, what actually happened? Well, we noticed looking back that Angela, Teresa, and Kopsa all appear to have pulled this fast one. They appear to have orchestrated an entire rollout, preparing in advance, having certain green light signals, and having a plan for the day of the release where they would each do a live stream to establish narrative and context around this release when it came out. Okay. So basically what their mission was, I can tell you now because of looking at it in retrospect, their mission obviously was only this: release the video, which obviously looks fake, which obviously is different from everyone's expectations over the years, which obviously is different from what was described over the years by all the parties who would have knowledge, like law enforcement, Jerry Holman, Doug Carter, Becky Patty, et al., right? So what I noticed is because this video was such an anomaly, it didn't look like anything anyone would expect. And I've already proved that to you. Remember, I showed you the mean girls reacting. Let me bring that up again. I think I still might have it here. Okay, let's see. Remember this shit? Remember? Enhanced. Is this enhanced? This video is a fucking... Okay, let me show you guys. Let me bring myself up. Okay. Look, this video is a fucking gaslight. This is how Becky Patty described the enhanced one. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Is this really happening? This video is a gaslight. This is the enhanced one. Oh my God, this is not the original. This totally looks and sounds like the Disney version. This seems like it's stabilized. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. What the fuck? You see all of this? Is this the original or edited? I'm so confused. There's a lot of verbiage missing from the prosecution claimed was on the tape. This is so haunting. This is nuts. Okay, remember, the reaction was so negative towards this BG video. that they were clearly set out to establish the narrative around it. That's why it was rolled out with Angela, Teresa, and then Copsa all in a row. A whole planned out release, right? Shared custody, quote unquote. So that within that evening, not only would it be thrust upon the world, but the entire context and narrative and the way to think about it would be inserted into the minds of the consumers. And as you could see, even Angela's own viewers had a very negative reaction. But as you could also see, they were immediately set straight by Angela, by Luke, by DB, and others. Okay? Toward the evening, Copsa had on Carol Weinecke and Michael Osbrook. Oh, what are the odds? What are the odds? Well, what I find more bizarre than anything is that someone notified me today. They said, Prof, remember that Andy Copsa live from March 12th? I said, oh, absolutely. Of course I remember that. Of course I remember that. How could I not? They said, she deleted the first half of it. I said, what? She deleted the first half of it. Oh, you mean the first half when they were talking about the defense and talking about LuigI's website and Brian Kohlberger's website and about how they were all behind it? I said, oh, really? Deleted it. Well, lucky for me, yay, Prof had already saved it. Prof had already saved it. And one of Prof's friends had actually already saved it as well. So you may have noticed a lot of dirty deleting. For instance, Excited Utterance dirty deleted the legendary stream in which they all confessed that they were somehow involved in this. And there was a plan to release a whole bunch of evidence. And they blamed Andy Baldwin and said that he's a pussy for not standing up with his plan. Like they tried to blame Andy Baldwin for the release of this video. They also said he was a pussy and that him and Jennifer Auger were going to deny and issue a press release, and that somebody who knows, quote unquote, who we still haven't found out who the identity of that person is, somebody who knows, well, who is somebody and what do they know? But allegedly, apparently somebody who knows blackmailed Andy Baldwin, threatened him by saying, motherfucker, you better not, because I will out you. You guys remember that? Yeah, that's been deleted as well. Mm-hmm. But I thought, I don't know. Let's take a look maybe at some of what was deleted. Because remember, this is the night. This is the night, or this is the day, the evening. This is the evening of the release. Remember, first was Angela. Okay, just minutes after this video, let me put it in the context. Just minutes after this video was posted on the website, Sleuthy Goosey was announcing it on Twitter, sharing it. Angela was going live, sharing it. Within an hour, Teresa was live, sharing it, and everybody ran over there. Then Copsa goes live. And not only does Copsa go live, but Copsa goes live with Weinecke and Osbrook. the two attorneys behind this plan. Okay. So when they say Andy Baldwin released it, no, 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 no. Sorry. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. First of all, Andy Baldwin has never admitted to releasing it. Neither has Jennifer Auger. Neither has Brad Rossi. But what they have admitted to is that they didn't release it. They don't condone it. And they're not going to condone the releasing of any more. And that was all relayed. Okay, so I thought, let's take a look at what was dirty deleted. Okay. But you'll see here we have the two attorneys behind this leak. Okay. Carol Weinecke and Michael Osbrook. Carol Weinecke sitting on the disciplinary commission of the Supreme Court of Indiana. Michael Osbrook working for the Public Defenders Association, or whatever you want to fucking call it. Okay. Where up until recently, Carol's husband also worked. But here we go. It says, of course, the great Carol Weinecke. We should talk about first here I call it the LuigI website, but I've been calling the LuigI case. And Angela Sadlowski had sent me the LuigI website, and I thought, this is brilliant. What these attorneys are doing, right? It's, they're connecting him with, it's interesting because it's pre-trial, but they're connecting him with his following or whatever. And so we thought that wasn't a bad idea. The defense counsel in this case, that this was a good way to get information out. Hold on. Wait. So let's read that phrase again. So we thought that wasn't a bad idea. The defense counsel in this case. Well, you're not the defense counsel. Osbrook's not the defense counsel. So who is the we?
As an expert at being Mickey Mouse, yeah, I can say seriously, yeah, you're right, Rick. This is some Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Thanks, Rick. Oh, so we're dirty deleting this? Okay. And it says Karen Reed's defense team does it too. And so apparently that's defense counsel decided to go forward with that. So well, and I think that, one of the things, and we'll get into this hot gloss, as I like to say, hot gloss, get it. Maybe Michael can take credit for that glossip, but the hot gloss. But I think it's interesting that this video did drop. Because I have questions about, I have questions about many things, but why we were made to wait this long, why this transparency is so non-existent. And also to your point, Kara, about the LuigI thing, I think it's brilliant because it's the same thing. They're keeping people out of the courtroom, and people can talk about that website all they want, but when his attorney comes out, she reads verbatim, which you read the record, so there's just no confusion. So she actually gave press conference the other day, was about 20 minutes, and she just went through everything and she just read it for all of the reporters, because how else are they going to get the news? But so let me see if I can sort out how to do this. This is going to be a trick. See if I can just pull up 1 second. So let's take a look. This is just so sure everyone has seen this, and you see what they're looking at. Okay. Again, this is the evening of March 12th. Okay, sorry. So everyone has, I'm sure that everyone has seen this already, but we'll just watch it through. And then I've got some first impressions because I know that you've all seen it. I have first impressions and some questions. We'll watch it through once. That's all right. You see it, I can't make it any bigger. I'm sorry. So let me just stop it for a minute. So that was it, and we'll watch it again. But that was kind of shocking to me to see it because it seemed really clear to me, and I'd never seen it before. I'd only ever seen obviously the grainy stuff. Oh, so whoa, Copsa, hold on. So you felt that way too? Oh, Copsa. So you felt the same as everybody else. That something don't make sense with this video. I think it was Doug Carter, and everybody said that they had to rope in like NASA and Disney to help with this thing, like to have or something. Didn't they say, maybe I make that up? Maybe that's something else, but they had to work on enhancing the video. And I'm looking at it, and to me, it's very clear. There seems to be everyone saying this isn't the original. This isn't the original. This is the enhanced. I don't know what was shown in court because I wasn't in court, so I have to rely on the attorneys that were there. But I do know this video came from the extraction from the phone. So the raw data that three different, I believe it's three different cops extracted from the phone, all have this video. So whatever was shown in court, I can't vouch for that. Well, I think where it came from, I think Andrea Burkhart, who, was obviously there, I think she responded to something you put up, actually saying that, she didn't remember it looking like this. But that's, again, they saw it once, so who knows? But I'm, and Michael know because you have you know, obviously working behind the scenes, you know where this came from, it's provenance, well, that thing that is the video that I've not seen the anyway, on and on, okay. And then later, here it is. Let's see. Later, she says, again, they saw it once, so who knows? But and Michael knows because you obviously have been working behind the scenes. You know where this came from. You know its provenance. And the thing is, the videos that I've not seen the video. She's saying because that. She's saying that because I thought she had described, I thought there were only 2 video showings to the jury, but there must have been, she remembers that 3, there was an original, okay, a stabilized, I think, or an enhanced, and then a stabilized and enhanced. I thought the enhancement was like they turned the orientation, so it was always up. Oh, but that was, I think, I got that information from listening to the attorneys that had sat in court and who were reporting to us. So I don't know. I just know that this video, to me, I mean, sure, you could probably, turn the orientation. I don't know that. I mean, it didn't appear shaky to me that much. Oops. She's walking and taking a video while she's walking. Yeah, I want to. Okay, so you see where it's going there? You see what's being said? But we'll get back to that. And let's read this one here. So I was surprised to see it was different. And I was like, oh, her court reporter may be able to share these now that some time has passed and she's put them together. Oh, wait, the notice of appeal was posted this afternoon. The notice of appeal was posted on my case this afternoon. Yeah, right. Everybody get comfortable. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I just saw that. I got to say, I don't know who Twist Media is, by the way. They said motion there with ABC News, or they've been commissioned by them. So I thought that, okay, legitimate news media organization, it might just well be another good point you bring up. It's like, what's legitimate, right? I mean, it's like Andrea Burkhart and I in the White House press room now. So listen, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, does Indiana have a specific law that defines what a journalist is for accreditation purposes? You know, Jesus, man, it's too much. Okay. Okay, again. So, what are some general things? Okay, well, some general things is what was the main point relayed in all I just read? Well, I think something like this, okay? I think LuigI website. Okay, LuigI website. Okay, put that in your brain. We'll get back to it. What's the other thing? I don't know. It looks enhanced to me. Was Disney or NASA involved in it? Yeah, I agree, Kopsa. I do agree. Looks fake as fuck, doesn't it? I mean, let's be honest here. Remember all the mean girls also agreeing that it looks fake as fuck? Yeah, remember? Before the narrative got implanted in their brains. What did your eyes say when you first saw it? Looks fake as fuck. I mean, that seems to be a universal impression. Looks enhanced. Okay, looks enhanced. Um, so I got to thinking, wow, this isn't the first time I've heard that, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can do a quick thing here. Let's see. Oh man, it's just too much. All right, so we'll get to that in a moment. Let's see. All right. All right, thought of another thing. This is another live stream. All right, another live stream. I want you to pay attention to uh, about the middle of the page. So this is the information that hasn't been out there in the public, right? A few of us, Angela, Kara, myself. Now remember, this is Michael Osbrook. Angela, Kara, myself started talking about how we could use the web more. We were inspired by various things. We were inspired by Luigi Mangione, who still does have a great web presence. But we generally felt that it was time to start looking at how we use the web more strategically. And that's gone fantastically. This is a weird one. I don't really know why I put it here, but I want to put it here and make the point. Gritty True Crime hosted Alex Voorhees in February 2025. Let's go through that. March, we started technical prep for releasing the Bridge Guy video. A lot of this stuff has been torn apart, but anyway, March 12th, we got approval from Andy, and we released the video to like humongous waves of traffic. then the rest is history. All right. So I thought, well, damn, what the fuck is this with this? Like, before I start on this, let me put it this way. Did you guys notice the worship of this Luigi Mangione by the Mean Girls when he was first arrested? Come on, guys. I need real fucking adults in here. Thank you, Rebecca Ann. Let me put that up. All right, thank you, Rebecca. Guys, for fucking real. Okay, excuse me. I'm gonna start a goal right now because Diana's gonna fuss at me and say, "Prof, you didn't start the goal." She's gonna say like, "Hey, Prof, yeah, you didn't start the goal. You should start the goal. You should start the goal. People like the goal, Prof." Isn't that right, Diana? You should start the goal, Prof. People like the goal. All right, there you go. Goal is started. All right, that's the goal for you super chatters. If you send you super chats, you press the goal or whatever and send a super chat, and we'll have a party, okay? That sounds exactly like Diana. Okay. Start the goal, Prof. Um, okay, now here's what I'm sorry, got a little distracted with the goal. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about how, oh, Lord. Shit, no, I got to do it. Sorry, I got to do it. I have to do it. Okay. All right, let's see. Select. Dop, bop, bop. Those will work. Let's see. All right, that's fine. Let's see. Cancel. Sorry, guys, I get a little distracted. Tell him not feeling that great. All right. Hey, thanks, Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's see. Where am I coming from? Oh, come on, man. Come on. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Downloads. I'm not feeling good enough to do a show tonight. Okay. I'm trying. It's like my brain is having a problem trying to remember how to. Okay, upload this. There you go. Image file. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's start with this one. Okay. Take a look at it. Luigi, I think I'm in love. Right? You see? I think I'm in love with Luigi. Right? Okay. And there's the next one. Hold on. What's the next one? Luigi. Ooh. Luigi. He's a heartthrob, huh? All right, we got another one. Hold on. I don't even know. Is this it? Well, I wanted to move on to this. Uh, hey, thank you very much, Mark. Okay. Look, Mark says, I'm here to support the prof. Thank you very much, Mark. Keep doing a good job on this stuff. Thank you, Mark. Boom. Who you saying see you later to? Where you going, Heather? Good night. All right. Dirty Diana, good job. Good job. Okay, thank you. She's everybody's cheerleader. Okay. I think I'm getting a little sidetracked here. Thank you very much. Let's see. What am I missing? Jake Brooks. What's up, Jake Brooks? Thanks for the super chat. Round 10. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, I'm just a little disoriented. My brain is a little scrambled. Let's see. You've got this prof. You're badass. Everything you've been saying is turning out to be true. I told you. They've been lying and deceiving to all their followers. Okay, so look, speaking of Christina, oddly enough, so I wanted to read this little exchange with Christina here. So Christina says, how could the LuigI website spark an idea when it hadn't been created at the time Rick's website was started? LuigI wasn't arrested until December 9th, 2024. Rick's website was already created on October 30th, 2024. LuigI's website was created on January 7th. If you look up the domain names, it'll show the date created, updated, and who bought the domain, da 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 da. How did the LuigI website give someone an idea when the Rick Allen Justice website was created months before the CEO murder happened and 3 months before LuigI was created? This isn't about the creation of a website. This is about the release of BG video. Context is key. Really? The inspiration for being proactive, as Kara clearly lays out, came from LuigI's website, and as she mentions, to Kara Reed's defense team. Karen Reed's BG video release. BG video release, not the website creation. Thank you for your response, says Christina. So just to be clear, are you saying you'd rather viewers' comments stay within the theme of the live? You do not want viewers to ask questions or discuss facts outside of specific topics mentioned? I'm answering what I know. I think that is what I'm getting at here. To ask me about a website creation, for example, when I have no independent knowledge of it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, bullshit. Andy's giving bullshit answers. Okay, just so all of you are aware. Bullshit. June 7th. Okay. Now hold on. I think there's a I'm telling you, I'm scattered as hell today. Okay. So just please bear with me. Okay, June 7th. Let's see. Come on, baby. It's not that difficult to use a computer. Sorry for putting Christine or Christina on blast like this, but I found it. I found that in the comments. I thought it was worth talking about. Let's see. Oh, here's part 2. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Airdrop. Here we go. One final thing. Let's see. Is this it? Okay. Christina says, no, I get it. I totally understand. My comments are just me thinking out loud, asking questions, hoping anyone who might have answers would comment. I wasn't assuming you necessarily had an answer. I figure if you or anyone else did, they'd comment. My questions weren't directly at you demanding an answer, even though it is a comment on your video. I didn't mean it that way. It was more of a question for whoever since it's a public forum. I hope I didn't come across as demanding or anything. That's not my intention. I mean no disrespect, so please accept my sincere apology. My question seemed disrespectful or demanding or anything other than just genuine curiosity. I just try to go as close to the source as I can to come up with my own conclusions based on as much factual info as I can. More often than not, I'm wrong and may not have all the facts, so I try to ask instead of running with my first assumption. I appreciate what you do, and I'm thankful for all the time you put into doing these live interviews and sharing them with the public. This case needs more journalists digging into it and getting information out to the world. So, seriously, thank you for investigating this case. I hope it encourages more journalists' interest in it too. Okay, this is not the whole live. If not, I'm sorry. I did watch the entire live or replay, even though it was about a month late. I enjoy your lives, and I think I've watched all of them. I usually don't catch them, though, so I hope my comment didn't appear as minimizing the blah, blah, blah. So you can see what's being discussed there. But, all right, so what am I even doing? Or move. Okay, so back to this. Where is it? Jeez. Come on, Prof. So this is your LuigI's website, right? Now, look, so you know this is cold-blooded murderer, right? Cold-blooded murderer here. Due to the extraordinary volume of inquiries and outpouring of support, the site was created and is maintained by Luigi Mangione's New York legal defense team to provide answers, blah, 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 and da, da, da. I am overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who's written me to share their stories and express their support. Powerfully, the support has transcended political, racial, and even class divisions as mail has flooded MDC from across the country and around the globe. While it's very impossible for me to reply to most letters, please know that I read every one that I receive. Thank you again. And everyone who took time to write. I look forward to hearing more. Okay, then you got your whole fucking legal bullshit, you know. You got all your Luigi bullshit, you know. um, Homepage, case updates, attorneys. This is a free advertisement for the attorneys here. See, here's your attorneys. Hyperlinked, right? Hyperlinked. Hyperlinked. This is your attorney. Uh, Contribute. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, send in that money, baby. Contributions to Luigi. Oh, yeah. Members of the public who'd like to contribute, here you go. Hyperlinked, you know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Contribute. Facts, statements, attorneys, case updates. Okay, contact. Okay, boom. Here's your pathway to get all of your info. Okay, your email address and everything, so we can submit more solicitations for funds in the future. Uh, okay, facts. Blah blah blah. Okay, blah blah blah. Here's all your bullshit. But you know, this right here is the big inspiration here to leak the Bridge Guy video. Really? Okay, same old shit. You know, this is basically your all eyes on Delphi bullshit here. Your links. So Contributions. But like I said, okay, like I said, think about this for a moment, right? I think I'm in love. Kissy faces. Okay. I don't know. So why are we deleting that, Andy Kopsa? Why are we deleting that? Andy, like I said, we have the whole live save and we have the entire transcript. You want to see a piece of it? Here's the introductory portion. Once again, where am I? Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Andy, stop dirty deleting. We already have it. We have it all in perfected transcript format. We have the video downloaded to our computers, and it's on a iCloud so that multiple individuals can view it. There's no reason to dirty delete. Come on, excited utterance. We've already downloaded and produced a transcript, excited utterance. There's no need to dirty delete. Okay. So, what else are we talking about? So, we're talking about lying ass pieces of shit who alleged that they were working on behalf of the defense in Delphi. It's called controlled opposition. It's called part of the PR team that's covering this up. It's a frame job. It's a Barry job. Okay. Now, you may remember I did a live stream entitled Crabius Hanks, something like that. Crabius Hank. Everybody remember that live? Like I said, I've been not feeling well, so we're a little behind here with our schedule of reacting to things. But oh, let's see how long ago it was. Crabius Hank. Okay, so I said that I've missed 2 weeks of responding to all this stuff. So Crabius Hank. Okay, Crabius Hank was released. Let me go look. I don't ever like to be wrong, as my friends know. Crabius Hank was released July 2nd. July 2nd. Okay, you can see here, July 2nd. All right. So basically, as I was as I was in the middle of my live stream called Crabius Hank, Osbrook had to go ahead and say some things. So let's take a look at some of the things Osbrook said. Also, by the way, the guy missed that I'm actually an agent of John Adams. Yes, the house I spent a good bit of my childhood in was the house the Kennedys moved into the White House from. More importantly, it was also once William Marbury's house. Shoddy, incomplete research. I expected more. No, no. That's called you're trying to minimize what I put across. But it gets even better. It gets even better. Uh, so the high priest of truth and transparency, or of transparency, that's me, who always tells you the truth, that's me, says I am a Washington establishment plant, that's me. Next, CIA. Hold up. hold up. Let's talk about that. Do I think your brother is running a CIA front company? Yeah. hmm What is it? Guidepost Solutions? hmm I do. Do we remember the Guidepost Solutions? I think we might need to refresh our memory here. Okay. Let's see if I can be a fucking adult here. It says I have to remove this. Okay. Okay, remember what we're talking about. CIA. Let's read this again. Guidepost Solutions is a leader in domestic and international investigations, federal compliance solutions, monitoring and security and technology consulting. We work wherever your needs take us, whether on the ground around the globe or from one of our offices. Now, check this out, located in Bogota, Chicago, Dallas, Honolulu, London, Los Angeles, Mexico City, Miami, New York, Palm Beach, Phoenix, Sacramento, San Francisco, Seattle, Singapore, Walnut Creek, and Washington, D.C. Solutions. Investigations and business intelligence, data center security, school campus security, DEA regulatory compliance, institutional integrity guidance, immigration and border services, cybersecurity, faith-based solutions. Let's take a little sampling. We've done this before. Investigations and business intelligence. We find facts and provide solutions that serve our clients wherever they operate worldwide. We uncover the facts in complex, often multinational investigations, utilizing comprehensive desktop field and cyber investigation methods. Whatever the context of the investigation, we tackle each assignment with the objective of providing you with the information required to make informed decisions, solve problems, protect our assets. Our team includes, pay attention, licensed investigators with experience working as federal and local prosecutors and law enforcement agents, digital forensic experts, forensic accountants, data and intelligence analysts, and former federal agents. Check it out, from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, and the Internal Revenue Service, the U.S. Secret Service, and the U.S. Marshals Service. Hold on. What did I just highlight here? What did I just highlight? Our team, okay, remember, I said this is Osbrook's brother, and I said this is a CIA front company. Our team includes CIA, IRS, Secret Service, DEA, DHS, FBI. Do you see what our team entails here? Excuse me, did I stutter? All right. That was just one aspect, investigation and business. Let's go with Let's go with cybersecurity. Cybersecurity consulting. Nearly every aspect of life is connected to the digital landscape. This means your business can face a host of security risks, liabilities, and challenges. To guard against sophisticated cyber threats, you should be thinking about a comprehensive security plan to protect your network and data and mitigate exposure to a potential breach. An effective cybersecurity program starts with a framework that includes a strong governance model, comprehensive policies and procedures, and a commitment to adhere to industry best practices and standards. It includes regular penetration testing to identify and evaluate gaps in network security and a plan to make the digital environment more predictive and secure. Okay? And it tells you about their team's understanding. And let's go to this last one here. This one's interesting too. Data center and critical infrastructure security. Check this out. CIA front company here. Security for mission critical operational environments. In today's interconnected and technology driven world, data centers, recognized as critical infrastructure, form the backbone of global economics by storing, processing, and distributing vital data. At Guidepost, we understand that ensuring a secure operational environment within these facilities is mission critical to supporting organizational resilience, business continuity, and the seamless delivery of online services. Our global technology team, alongside certified project managers and security experts, brings deep experience and comprehensive solutions spanning physical security, listen to it, cybersecurity, low voltage engineering, and risk management. Having completed successfully over 500 data center and critical infrastructure projects, we are uniquely positioned to safeguard these essential assets and help our clients mitigate risk in a increasingly complex threat landscape. Okay, industries. Do you see what I see here? Look at this. This is huge. Huge. Let's look at this one here. Government and justice embrace cutting edge security solutions. From our beginning, we've provided solutions tailored to meet the unique needs of federal, state, and local government agencies and departments. We specialize in a wide array of services, including investigations, compliance assessments, physical and cybersecurity, and comprehensive risk mitigation solutions. Our distinguished team is composed of experts from various government agencies, compliance and regulatory organizations, and seasoned security professionals. Their wealth of experience and unique insights enable us to tailor solutions that precisely meet the distinctive needs of detention centers, police stations, civic centers, various other government agencies and departments. Okay. What was I looking for? I'm looking for their security services, how they provide. Where is it? Is it here? No, that's not it. I'm looking for the security. Let's see. AI risk management, look, corporate compliance services, DEA compliance, digital asset compliance, firearms and explosive compliance, financial crime consulting. You see, national security. Maybe that's it. Numerous facets of contemporary business operations carry potential implications for national security. Given the ever-evolving landscape of threats and technologies, governmental guidance and regulations also undergo continuous changes. Notably, heightened scrutiny from U.S. government, particularly concerning foreign investments and international financial payments, as well as the protection of personal data, has emerged in response to advancements in private sector and higher education. Navigating the intricate web of evolving regulations encompassing areas such as the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., team, telecom, economic sanctions, export control, Guidepost ensures proactive readiness. Okay. Founded, led, and staffed by former senior national and homeland security, law enforcement, and other U.S. government officials and anti-financial crime compliance officers. Okay. Our team includes former senior officials. Look at here. Our team includes, again, for those who might have not heard clearly, our team includes former senior officials from the FBI, U.S. Secret Service, Homeland Security Investigations, as well as numerous U.S. Attorney's Offices, Homeland Security Counsel at the White House, the U.S. Congress, and globally complex financial institutions. We have extensive experience working with the Departments of Defense, Treasury, Commerce, Justice, Homeland Security, and bank regulatory agencies. Of course, I'm just making this all up, though. Okay. I was looking for this other one that's security. Gosh, come on, y'all. Our security consulting services are operationally centric and supported by excellent technology design. We deploy a holistic planning approach and comprehensive risk assessment methodology to address the unique security needs and challenges faced by any company. We deliver the analysis, information, design, and guidance needed to elevate security programs to the next level and mitigate business risk. Our analysis and reporting focuses on the three core pillars of security planning: physical, operations, and technology. From there, we evaluate the organizational security program as a whole and assess the individual needs of each location or business unit. Okay. I think it was. No, that's. I'm trying to show you where they provide security, corporate security. Oh, protective services. Here it is. Okay. Protective services. Look at the photos here. See? See the stock photos here? Protective details, security details. Guidepost Solutions is a leader in the field of security consulting and risk management. We offer comprehensive solutions tailored to the unique needs of corporate executives. Corporate executives, ultra high net worth individuals, ultra high net worth individuals, and family offices to maintain personal, business, and operational security, safety, and privacy. Our services range from sophisticated global protection and emergency crisis response to security technology design and, check this out, reputation and identity management. Our team includes, listen again, former federal and state prosecutors, former law enforcement agents and intelligence officers from the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, USS, U.S. Secret Service, Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and DHS, Department of Homeland Security. We employ executive protection experts, technology and cyber consultants, forensic accountants, personal recovery specialists, and others with experience delivering bespoke services to high net worth clients. Let me ask you a question. Where have you heard this word before? Where have you heard this word before? Come on, y'all. Y'all supposed to be the profs crew. Y'all don't pay attention? I'll help you. I'll help you. Let's see. I got to go put this on the screen. Let's see. Let's go with this one. All right. Look under who are us so that people would be comfortable with us having access to the discovery. We suggested becoming post-conviction counsel, at which point I was asked to write up an agreement and send it to people who mattered. So I spent probably 6 hours, maybe only 5, writing an extremely bespoke retainer agreement. Thank you, Mark Ellis. Mark, if you're still watching, I bought the mug that you recommended. And others with experience delivering bespoke services to high net worth clients. Okay. Okay. No, where was I? So, next, CIA, because of all the time I spent in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe. Hilarious. Prof is hilarious. He just comes up with all kind of shit. By the way, I haven't been Washington establishment since I left home for boarding school more than 50 years ago. All right, and we got another winner here. All right. Now this is going to be interesting. Oh, looky. She's doing the thing where she's guilty of what she's accusing others of. Except it doesn't work anymore when we have actual video evidence of you lying about Rick and working against him prior to joining his defense team. So this makes this read even better. Shut up, hag. Only Prof and his 25 mods still believe y'all bullshit. Oh, no, young lady. Let me tell you, as should be very clear to all of you, the majority of the community believes me, okay? And Erica. The level of betrayal revealed in the last few days is astonishing, Erica Moore says. To know that I was working side by side with people who were actually against Rick's best interest is still a hard pill for me to swallow. I trusted these men, and now I know I shouldn't have. I should have listened to my gut instead of the lawyers. Clint warned me that there was a dirty lawyer involved in this case, and I should always know to listen to my instincts and the family's instincts. We see snakes quicker than anyone else. Prof hasn't even addressed the shell company yet. I found it a few weeks ago, and I'm still pretty pissed. I emailed Brett about it and haven't heard back. I pray to God he didn't know, but my gut, I think she meant Brad. My gut tells me he didn't. No wonder people are accusing me of being a paid state actor. It appears some of my own teammates were working to sink Rick, and having to come to terms with that knowledge is a hard ask. They knew that when I found this out, I was going to go ape shit, and they're right. Yeah, guys. So actually, it's funny how these people always project and always spin. This is what they do: is project and spin, project and spin. You see, what they don't. Let me pull this down and hit the reset button. You know what I find highly suspicious? I find highly suspicious any group of people who immediately upon the arrest of anybody would say, he's innocent. He's completely innocent. Because they try to use some retrospect perspective in order to judge how you should have behaved in the past before you had any knowledge. For instance, every reasonable person that I know, the moment Richard Allen was arrested, jumped up and said, "Oh my God, there's been an arrest in Delphi." And in that gap space between the PCA meeting our eyes and the news that there had been an arrest in Delphi, there's pretty good reason to believe that guy was guilty. Especially, and here's a kicker, when many of us had insiders who were getting information from the Indiana State Police and the Carroll County Sheriffs and feeding us information indicating Richard's guilt. So not only were we in that gap space of time where we're like, well, he was arrested. I mean, there must be something to it. And we had people, quote unquote, sources feeding us bullshit. I'd much rather be on the side of things where we are reasonable people and we immediately believed that there had been an arrest for Abby and Libby that was worthwhile. And only after time passing and us seeing evidence to counter that did we come to the realization that they don't have a case on this guy. This is a railroading. They're stacking the deck. So a stupid bitch like this is going to try to shame myself and Erica Morse because we came over to this side. Look, you know what's a sign of intelligence to me? It's everything you lack, which is the ability to change your mind. But I think this is a very interesting talking point that you guys are trying to run with, that Prof is a guilter in disguise, that Erica Morse is a guilter in disguise. You see the talking points they're trying to push across? Christine is a state actor. You see the talking points they're trying to put across? I tell you, they project what they are. Anyway, there's more, as you can see. I like this term here, bozo brigade. But look at the ass kissing. I'm sitting here reading your thread in admiration as usual. You don't owe internet terrorist shit, Mr. Osbrook. You're a badass. Don't ever forget it. All right. So what is this here? Like I told you, all of this was out of order. Let's see. Here we have. All right. I want you to focus on Jamie down here in the middle. Prof threw a hissy fit and said there were a lot of IT people in the community because he couldn't figure out who they are. He's a stupid psycho stalker. No, 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 no. Let me tell you something, Tracy. Listen, I said there are a lot of IT people in the community doing bad shit behind the scenes because it's true. This case, the online community surrounding this case is infested with web developers. When I said there are a bunch of IT people, I don't mean the people who organize your school fucking applications in middle school in the computer lab. I'm talking about web developers. I'm talking about people who own IT consulting businesses and who work for IT consulting and security businesses. You'll figure it out when I show you because I haven't shown you yet. Okay. Well, this is a whole thing. So, moving right along, speaking of that, let's talk about this. Oh, what's this? What's this? I'll give you a moment to figure it out. What's this? Why am I in top messages? Oh no. Go to all. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Oh, what happened to the Roblox video? Well, we know who posted it. It was Jinx13 and Peggy O. Jinx13 and Peggy O Troll Farm. But you see, when I did my Substack, which I highly recommend all of you go and check out. Let me. Oh shit! Come on, Prof. Now where is it? It'd be a good time to tell you guys go subscribe to my Substack. Okay, any of you who are interested in information, go subscribe to the Substack because I ain't doing no more community posts. Okay, it's gonna all be on the Substack. Let's see. I am trying to find my. Here it is. The Roblox videos disappeared after. Oh, shit. Come on, Prof. Okay, there. Prof is stumbling tonight. Thank you, Amy. Go subscribe to Substack, please, y'all. I'm struggling here. I can't even use my software. Gosh. All right, let me put it this way. Okay, so, all right, guys, so look. This is what happened. This is what happened. On July 1st, you see, July 1st, I posted this Substack on the Delphi Murders Roblox video. And what I did, I made it comprehensive for you, okay? I showed the background. Okay, if you go into this background here, it shows you all of the early background chatter. Okay, I showed you all the chatter here. See, all the chatter about it from Reddit. Then I said the following series of screenshots lays out the series of events that led to the re-release of the video. Okay. And I said how on April 10th, In Light in the Dark made a live stream demanding that those who were secretly holding the Roblox video, Jamie Hicks, Laura, and Peggy O, make it public. And there's Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Where's she now? There's Adrian talking shit. You see? April 10th. Like, this is the thing. I show you everything proof. Proof. Laura quit acting like a third grader and released the Roblox tape for everyone. While you're at it, save your money. Jamie's harassment is ineffective and embarrassing. Jamie, quit being Laura's crash test dummy. Grow up and be a real human. Okay, blah, blah, blah. April 15th, Jamie Hicks makes a response on YouTube to Adrian's demand. And this is Jamie Hicks. This is her. See, they all come from the knot, in case you don't know. In case you don't know. Jamie Hicks, Redneckzilla, they all come from the knot. And do you want to know where they all come from before the knot? Okay, so they're talking about Roblox. And I say on April 21st, Peggy O channel does a live stream entitled Rejection Projection. In the live chat, a link to the video will be dropped. So here's, you see, there's Jamie Hicks. Well, it's not really her. This is an AI rendition of what she wants to look like. It's not her. But there's Tony Klein's ex-wife, best friend, Bojangles. Bojangles, Tony Klein's wife's best friend. There's Peggy O, and there's Jamie, okay? And this is about the Roblox, okay? And there's Peggy O, okay? During the April 21st Peggy O live stream, Jinx13 begins discussing the Roblox video first, okay? Mocking those who are asking for it and keeps saying that it's on a public access site, okay? See the mocking? They always mock whatever's true. Whatever you're talking about that's hurting, that's what they mock. Okay, so she's mocking it. And here's Bojangles having a party. Again, this is Tony Klein's ex-wife's best friend. How the fuck is anyone holding the Roblox video hostage when it's on a public access website? See how mocking? Oh, look. I heard about a long time ago. Ha, ha, ha. What Jinx said, ha, 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 blah, 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 ha, ha. It's all a joke, according to Tony Klein's ex-wife's best friend. It's always a joke. I mean, do I have to start naming names here? You girls want me to start naming your names? Jill? I mean, do I have to start naming names? Only 30 minutes into the live, Jinx13 drops a link to the video, which is being hosted on streamable.com. At that time, I visit the link, which showed the video had just been freshly posted. Okay. In its original quality and format. It wasn't a screen recording. The original fucking video is what they posted. And it only had 6 fucking views when I clicked on it. Okay. Here it is. See, this is the Peggy O live stream. There's Luis Cuevas, of course. Luis Cuevas, Peggy O, and Jamie Hicks. Okay. Jinx 13. And there's Bojangles. Okay. And that's Dominic. Okay. And that's Madeline. You see who we're dealing with? And that's Bossy. And then I show you, I show you the whole fucking thing, right? I show you Delphi Murders live action reenactment is released. Take notice that the video is highly produced with editing done. Now this is very important because people will say all kind of shit about it as if it's just a random gameplay. Listen, this is far from a random gameplay. This is a creation. Okay, you have to take note. It's highly edited. Okay, with editing done post gameplay. See the editing? You'll see the evidence of that. It includes a title screen. It has an entire soundtrack underlaid, and it has other overlays of graphics. The fonts, the transitions, and edits all reveal that this was created on Apple software. Okay. And it's called a reenactment. You see, Delphi Murders live action reenactment. Okay. And I just thought it was funny. It says open dawn till dusk. Dawn, as in Dawn Toretti. It's kind of funny to me. Okay. Interesting to note, the scriptwriters mock the fact that the internet is a bad and scary place. Okay, the internet is a bad and scary place. It's supposed to be a fucking joke in this perverted thing. Okay. That's why there's the red arrow, pointy, pointy, looky, looky, pointy, pointy. Here is the first occurrence of the letter X interjected into the word. Hey, where else do we see X interjected? Everyone take a look at me. Take a look with me. Look at this username right here. J-I-N. Everyone look at it for me. J-I-N-X-13. J-I-N-X-13. Jen X13. Jen X13. Gen X13. Gen X13. Gen X13. Jinx 13. Okay, where else do we see some X's? Let's see. I don't know. Snap. S-N-X-A-P. S-N-X-A-P. Also, you'll see the fake Abby Snapchat image is overlaid over the initial gameplay. Look at this. This is how you know this is not a game being played. This is a video being made using game footage, but it's edited and overlaid. Okay? They've overlaid this. It's interesting that here you'll see what appears to be a username glitch as Madison is briefly displayed as the name for Bridge Guide. Madison. See Madison? Who's Madison? Okay. Again, you'll see Madison appears. Who's Madison? Okay. In this image, Abigail's name is replaced by username Funsies3424. 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 Another username glitch. Okay. Here's a sexual, okay, there's a sexual assault, and afterwards, he chases nude Libby. See the nude Libby here? That he's just sexually assaulted? He chases her, and he says, I thought I've lost my sweet sugar touching the chin. You see? And I say, in the scene where Libby is finally killed, a chat box accidentally pops up and reveals another username. Leia Michelle with the X. See the X? Leia Michelle, formerly username Yemiox. You see all the X's? X's? Look at here. Madison. There's Tamaguchi or Tamaguchi. Tamaguchi with the X. Madison. Tamaguchi with the X. Madison. Leia Michelle with the X. Okay. In this screenshot, I've highlighted the name Abigail Williams with the X. Abigail Williams with the X. Also note Tamaguchi with the X possibly replacing the U in Tamaguchi, okay? And look, also photo overlays. These are overlaid in post editing, post gameplay editing. Okay. Here I find it interesting that the location name is initially redacted. See, initially they redact Delphi here. Then it's replaced with Delphi with the X interjected. See the X? Delphi with the X interjected immediately after the first letter. Again, Tamaguchi is labeled as the name of the BBC reporter. Side note, why is the BBC used in this video? Note that this closing character is in a room labeled Blonde Sorority Girl VIP Besties. I find the 100% real to be another odd addition. It says that this is 100% real. There's a little girl here. Now, what's note? She signs her name as C, Blonde Sorority Girl, signed C. It's interesting to note how bizarre it is that after viewing this reenactment of a sexual assault and double murder, and while talking about two real young murdered girls, this juvenile female character gleefully takes off her pants and claps her cheeks in a very disrespectful, celebratory dancing fashion. Okay, she takes off her clothes and dances around. And that's the end of the video. Okay, and then I noted how I located a Twitch user named Tamaguchi. Okay, with the X interjected. See, Tamaguchi. I located on Twitch. You can see it here in the username. You can see it here. You can see it here in the background. Okay. Also found a PayPal account for Tamaguchi, also named Tamaguchi with the X. Another identical match, this time via PayPal. It's also creepy. Okay. And then I included some information from Dr. Leon Seltzer, who says, because it's been employed in so many fields, from algebra to genetics to aerospace to sex and spirituality, X's abundant meanings have almost everything to do with the context that engages it. Here, it's pedophilia and murder. X has long been recognized as an occult symbol for Satan and the black art or witchcraft of Satanism. Witches cross their fingers to focus their energy and convey their possession of demonic powers. Yet, on the other hand, people cross their fingers to make a wish. X, as it relates not so much to a fond or sentimental attachment, but to something far more lustful or passionate, gives us X-rated in the word sex itself. Not only does this usage address the earthier, more animalistic side of our nature, it can also slip into the realm of naughty, illicit, or forbidden. Symbolizing explicit or graphic sexual content, we have extreme porn designated as XXX, and XXXX has been increasingly showing up to suggest really bold, intense, or outrageous displays of sexual daring do. X is implicated in the taking of a life, death oath, as in cross my heart, hope to die. In Kabbalistic philosophy, a branch of Jewish mysticism, as referring to both life and death. X is signifying the end of something, an entity whose existence is over, past, dead, and gone. Here, perhaps, we have the X as the most nihilistic of letters. And curiously, cartoonists have traditionally employed it to display a character out cold or dead, drawing X's over their eyes. As already alluded to, as symbolizing fatality in the well-known skull and crossbones emblem, marking the scene of a crime in a plan or a photograph. In secret societies, X as employed to emphasize their strength, exclusivity, and a certain subversiveness or duplicity about them, expressed, for example, through crossed arms and legs, which can be code for crossed meanings, as in left meaning right, or things being inverted, black for white, yes for no, etc. In linguistics, X is what's been called a phonetic chameleon. It's used to replicate sounds such as KS as in wax, GZ as in exhaust, and Z as in xenophobia, K as in excite, and KZH as in luxury, And the letter can also hush up, that is, be silent, as in Sioux Falls. Wow, talk about diversity or confusion. So why do I show you all that? Because basically, after I published that, this happened. Okay? It's gone. All right? This is some more bootlicking, brown nosing. I'll just skip it. This is Turbo. Okay, Turbo is one of the most nefarious bootlickers. Turbo is the female Frank Meister, for those of you who don't know. Turbo is the female Frank Meister, okay? She's the right-hand arm of the Patty family. Now, some time ago, Luke mentioned taking a trip to Canada to have a meeting. Did you meet with Turbo? All right. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to get into this is an example. I put this here because we need to talk about the Uni Party. Okay, what is a Uni Party? As I mentioned before, the Uni Party is when the Rick Allen is innocent crowd goes and commingles with the Rick Allen is a kid killer crowd, and they become besties. Remember, after the March 12th debacle, Luke and company went over and made best friends with the troll farm. Yes, with Turbo, with Gibbo, with Frank Meister, with Jinx, with Bossy. Do you understand that the mean girls went make best friends with the troll farm? And you're okay with that? Well, let's take a look here. What do we have here? We have Mean Girls and Troll Farm. Look at here. This is the beating up of Erica Morris, okay? This is the beating up of Erica Morris, okay? And why is this next to Turbo? Because this is all due to Turbo, okay? So Turbo here, the bootlicker, Patty Bunghole Liquor, Doug Carter bootlicker, okay, Turbo, feeds information to Oblivious Benson, who has decided that now the attack is going to be on Erica Morris and Christine. Okay, so but notice who's this? DB. Who's that? DB. Who's this? Peggy O. All those bitches are weird, says Peggy O. So DB and Peggy O hanging out in Turbo's best friend's live stream. Really? And you two bad actors saying everyone should go report Prof. Do you know that that is not allowed by YouTube terms of service? You cannot send people to go and report another, to take down another's channel, or to go harass another. So every time you assholes make a public statement for everyone to go report Prof, I'm recording it and sending it to YouTube Legal. Okay, we'll get to this in a momentarily. So, okay, so like I said, Uniparty. We've mentioned it before. You don't even understand. Uniparty is not a joke. It's not a fantasy, and it's not a theory. Okay, Uniparty is a thing. Basically, the Mean Girls, and the Troll Farm are now a unified front. And who do they address all the hate towards? Oh, let's see. Erica, Prof, Christine, Adrian, and Alex. Huh. So what I wanted to do is get into narrative control. Uh, okay, so let's see. Guys, I'm really not feeling good. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm going to try to read this. All right, so this says I thought this was really bizarre, okay, because I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but on Reddit, this Alan Prickman, who is a woman, this is a woman, okay? Alan Prickman. Listen, Alan Prickman is one of the Mean Girls. I know who Alan Prickman is. I know her name. I know her town. I know her country. Alan Prickman is pretty much the biggest narrative controller of all on the side of the Mean Girls. Okay. But I want you to see how Alan comes in simping for Luke so bad. Okay. Because Alan says, meet the man behind Rick's site. Okay. So this is what you call the ultimate in spin and narrative control. Because remember, the man behind Rick Allen's site was never supposed to be known. Okay. The man behind Rick Allen's site denied it until it was undeniable. But I want to read through some of this for you so you can get an idea of the spin that I'm talking about. It's been brought to my attention that apparently some people are very concerned that the site is encouraging people to send tips to a private individual, Michael Osberg. As this is blatantly not the case. Oh, it was the case. Don't lie, lady. We'll circle back to it. Okay. See the links below. I can only assume that these people do not understand what a whistleblower is. So here is a definition to help what their concerns. Sorry, I lost what I was reading. Where is it? Okay. Oh, here we go. Page. Okay. Whistleblowing is the activity of a person, often an employee, revealing information about activity within a private or public organization that is deemed illegal, immoral, illicit, unsafe, unethical, or fraudulent. Whistleblowers can use a variety of internal or external channels to communicate information or allegations. Over 83% of whistleblowers report internally to a supervisor, human resources, compliance, or neutral third party within the company, holding that the company will address and hoping the company will address and correct the issues. A whistleblower can also bring allegations to light by communicating with external entities, such as the media, government, or law enforcement. And of course, that's just copy pasted from Wikipedia. Alternatively, this is just a form of concern trolling. Now, this is the spin, okay? This is you know who's spinning. They love this term concern trolling, okay? This has been one of the main spins they've used is concern trollings. Okay. And they say that this is derailing a conversation by expressing concern about problems which do not really exist. To wit, expressing concerns about tips going to a private individual on a site which clearly states tips should go to appellate attorneys, and whistleblowers who are interested in blowing the whistle on their workplaces can, if they wish, contact the private individual via Proton email. To reiterate, the website states, share critical information with Rick's appellate attorneys. And you see here it says, if you have specific information or evidence relating to the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German that you feel is important to uncovering the truth about their murders, send it to Rick's appellate attorneys. Their contact information is here. It will be handled sensitively. Okay. Appellate attorney contact information. Okay. Then separately, a call for whistleblowers. This is the one that offers Proton email contact to site management, which is clearly stated to be independently managed. Okay. Hope this helps assuage any genuine concern. There's that word again. So hold on. Hold on. Why are you lying? Why are you spinning? Let's see what you didn't say. I don't know how I can get it easily. Oh man. Okay. I'll continue and come back to it. Because what you didn't say, young lady, what you didn't say is that website changed all of that once I raised holy hell about it. You left that part out, right? That everything changed once I brought it to light that those tips should not be going to Michael Osbrook or Luke Nicholas Cohen. Okay. Do we know who's running the website this time? After all the hubbub last time about this website, I think it's important to be clear if possible. Again, Alan Prickman, quote unquote, you know who you are, and so do I. We do indeed. It's a gentleman called Luke who doesn't Reddit. Oh, yes, he does. But can be found on Twitter as Curious Luke 93X. There's that X again. The hubbub last time was due to the fact that their website was set up and fully funded with some rather steep running cost for Rick's defense to use to rally supporters and keep them informed. The release of the BG video was supposed to be just the start of releasing all the trial exhibits. Well, why not fucking wait for the exhibit to come on in instead of releasing discovery, dumbass? Unfortunately, this is where it's rich. After all the hubbub, the trial counsel apparently had a difference of opinion, thought of it again, and decided not to pursue transparency any further. That's what we're calling it. I'm sure they must have had good reason to do so. Yeah, because you dumbasses are fucking retards. But as they didn't share it, we don't know what it is. No, yes, you do, because you had all that shit and you released it to Crime Circus. Let's be real here. Guys, in case you don't fucking know already, they had all this other shit. That's what was given to Crime Circus when he released. Because the heat was on. And as it looks like we won't be getting any further transparency, we, as in Rick supporters, have dusted ourselves off and gone back to do what we can do to try to address the injustice perpetrated upon Rick Allen, his family, and the two girls and their families who murderers are still unknown. And that is share such information and facts as are in our possession through such means as are available to us. This website, now managed independently of any lawyers working on Mr. Allen's appeal by a private citizen, is part of it. Okay. And here's dumbass. Thank you. Thank you. This is exactly what I was hoping for. I believe in transparency, and I hope whatever happened to change the defense's plan, it comes to light at some point. Yeah, here's what happened. It was a fucking leak. It was probably illegal because, let's be clear, all of the fucking discovery was under seal, and there were specific instructions not to make copies. Was it February? What was the date again? February 17th. Okay. February 17th, 2023. Is that the date? Let me read this. Comes now the court, the state of Indiana, by Nicholas McClellan, prosecuting attorney, having filed its motion requesting protective order governing discovery, and the court being duly advised in the premises now grants said motion, and the state, the defendant, and counsel for the defendant are now instructed and ordered as follows. Listen. 1, that one copy of discovery material shall be provided to counsel for the state. 2, that no additional copies of the discovery material shall be made by the defendant, defendant's counsel, investigator, expert, or any other representative or agent of the defendant for any reason. 3, that the discovery material shall not be used for any purpose other than to prepare for the defense in the above reference cause number, that the discovery material shall not be publicly exhibited, displayed, shown, used. Okay? For any research or demonstrative purposes or used in any other manner except in judicial proceedings in the above reference action. 5, that the discovery material may be viewed only by parties, counsel, and counsel's investigators and experts. That if copies of the discovery material are made and provided to the defendant, investigators, or experts for the defense, that sensitive and private information contained in the discovery shall be redacted, including any social security numbers, IDAC information, or NCIC information, any information related to the personal information of juveniles, including social security numbers, names, date of birth, and any FBI Sentinel information. 7, that none of the discovery material shall be divulged to any person not authorized to view the discovery material. This includes other witnesses, family members, relatives, and friends of the defendant. No person other than the defendant, counsel for the defendant, and those persons listed in paragraph 5 shall be granted access to said discovery material or the substance of any portion thereof, unless the person has signed an agreement in writing that he or she has received a copy of this order and that he or she submits to the court's jurisdiction and authority with respect to discovery, agrees to be subject to the court's contempt powers for any violation of this order, and is granted prior permission by this court to access fucking said discovery. And 9, that upon final disposition of this case, the discovery material referenced to in paragraph 1, remember, that was never supposed to be copied, and any and all transcripts shall be returned to the Carroll County Prosecutor's Office or maintained by defense counsel pursuant to the terms herein. 10, that the counsel for the defendant shall be responsible to ensure that all persons involved in the defense of this case comply with this order. And 11, that the written documents or records provided by the state with this discovery material fall under the same rules as described before. Again, that's February 17th, 2023. Sounds like there's a little complication in there for you people, doesn't it? Jelly Garcia posted Bridge Guy 43-second video and asked, do they have some kind of in with Brunner? Meaning Bunner. Why are they so convinced of the details they offer with this video? This was posted one day after Gull said it wasn't ready yet. They are the only ones who claim to have obtained this video, but take no credit for it. They deceptively present themselves as associated with the appeals preparation and did not disclose their name anywhere on the website. So naturally, it's under the section called transparency. Oh, I got to tell you, Jelly Garcia, you did a good job on that one. Hey, Jelly Garcia, however I may feel about you, I agree with you on that one. Okay. But here comes Prickman, and she comes in with the narrative control because Andy Baldwin gave them the video. Oh, yeah, bitch, prove it. Andy Baldwin gave them the video with the information. No. Well, first of all, Michael Osbrook himself says he received a copy of the extraction, and that's where the video came from. Well, that's way different than Andy Baldwin giving him a video. But of course, there have been zero proof for any of the claims, right? But the spin continues. Check it out. Andy gave them the video with the information and was going to follow up with the rest of the exhibits, but then things went sideways with the rest of trial counsel who disagreed with that course of action. Oh, you mean Jennifer Auger and Brad Rossi? Things went sideways. Let me blow it up so you can see. Things went sideways with the rest of the trial counsel who disagreed with that course of action. And Baldwin threw them under the bus, quote, with an anvil around their necks, to borrow the turn of phrase from Luke Nicholas Cohen. Baldwin didn't want his name associated with it, which is why the people who were doing him a favor thought would be which is why the people who were doing him a favor that he thought would be in the best interest of his client ended up looking bad, as suddenly they were not allowed to say who it came from and why. It was such a God's awful mess that the aftershocks are still hitting. No, because they fucking lied and act like they did something wrong. Because they did. Water under the bridge now? No, it's not. He probably had his reasons and fingers crossed. They were actually in the best interest of Richard Allen, together with everything else that followed. Okay. Then someone's dirty deleted a comment, or the moderator has removed a comment. So you see there's a removed comment. But Prickman says, Hella is the host. Andy has gone ghost. People on the live explaining the background to how the video came to be uploaded are Sleuthy and Ange on screen and Luke in the chat. I have given you TLDR in my previous comment. Do as you wish with the info presented. And guess what? Isn't it nice that live has also been dirty deleted? And of course, another comment removed by the mod, who obviously is Prickman, okay? And here comes the fascist. Okay, the fascist. Delphi Docs is a fascist platform. Delphi Docs says, you must use a qualifier when posting your opinion. You are welcome to post again if you edit and use the appropriate qualifier. If you are arguing fact instead of opinion, you must use a qualified, named, and non-tertiary source. You may not use anonymous sources or screenshots. Okay. So who is this dumbass? And Prickman answers, no, a private individual doing their best, just as we all do. Defense have decided not to associate with Rick Allen's supporters. Listen to that, y'all. Oh, this is rich. This makes, oh God, I can't even say it. I can't say it. This is a kid-friendly program. Read the first one. Defense have decided not to associate with Rick Allen's supporters or to release any further exhibits. So the supporters are trying to do their best to keep the case alive in public consciousness with whatever resources we have at our disposal, just as we did all this time. Defense has decided not to associate with Rick Allen supporters. No, baby, hold on. No, I think the defense has decided not to further associate with any dumbasses. Okay. The ones who fucked everything up. The mean girls. Get it? Again, this is the live, but which has now been dirty deleted. TLDR, apparent disagreement among the trial counsel as to whether transparency was the way forward or no. Okay. This live with Sleuthy and Ange covers it pretty thoroughly. Relevant discussion starts around the 1 hour, 50-minute mark. TLDR, apparent disagreement among the trial counsel as to whether transparency was the way forward or no. The nays won. Now, here's where they're doing the whole, you see the misinformation that's spreading because of these dumbasses with narrative control. So Ms. Opinion 8D says, reading between the lines, this seems to me like Rick's appellate attorneys are friends of Gull. Separate Avocado 860 says, what lines are you reading between? Lehman has already argued in the Scion on Rick's behalf. Oh, or the Supreme Court of Indiana on Rick's behalf. Uliana has an excellent appellate record and nothing to indicate a friendship with Gull. And Ms. Opinion 8D repeats and clarifies, it seems odd to me that his appellate attorneys disagree with being transparent and providing the public with evidence that is allowed to be shared. I'm so sick of when the appearance of corruption, it's just everywhere. Yeah, because you see, here's where it's all fucked in your mind. The appellate opinion or the appellate attorneys have no opinion one way or the other of transparency. This is not about opinion. Okay. The defense attorneys, meaning Baldwin and Jennifer Auger and possibly Rozzi, don't agree with the fuck shit these people were doing in leaking discovery. Right? The appellate attorneys probably wish along the lines of the law. In other words, everything that is supposed to be a public exhibit that is not under seal should be out there and belong to the public. And I agree with that fully. Not once have you heard me argue that. Not once. You've never heard me argue a single word about public trial exhibits. Public trial exhibits are public. They should be public. And there's no sense as to why all of the public trial exhibits that are not under seal are not released. Okay? However, you can't conflate discovery with a public trial exhibit. They're two entirely separate things. And it appears to me that in the case of this video, that this video that has been released is discovery, and that what was used in the trial were exhibits, meaning what was used as an exhibit was not identical with this website has released. And there is a fucking problem. Okay. But you see how everyone gets conflated? Everything gets conflated. So those were just some examples for you. So you can see how this narrative control works. And trust me, if you've ever wondered about Delphi Docs being narrative control central, I think you should have your answer now. Okay? If you really want your answer, go read the first fucking rule. Because the one thing you're not allowed to do is question the family. Do you not believe me? Oh, let's fix that. Let's fix that right now. Let's see. Watch this. I'm going to show a little something, something, something. Okay. Let's see. All right. Where are you guys? Oh my goodness. I've lost my screen here. Let's go back. Where am I? Let's go back to screen share. Screen share. Come here. Where are you? All right. Oh, makes sense. What's the first thing you see? Alan Prickman. Alan Prickman. Okay. First thing you see, like I said, Alan Prickman is Delphi Docs. I know. Look, lady. You fuck with me one more time, it's over with. Okay. I'll tell the world who you are. All right. But look, I want you to look at this. Okay. Of course, all they do is share each other's material. See, criminality live, whatever here, all eyes on Delphi. Go check out All Eyes on Delphi. Check out R&M Productions. Blah 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 blah. It's a total fucking incestuous clusterfuck. But here's why I want you to look here. You see right here, Delphi Docs. Justice for one is justice for all. Truth, due process, human rights, light over darkness, far left extremist. October 13th, 2021. Only far left extremists are allowed because we bring politics into this shit. Because we love Richard Allen so much that we're going to say that every person who voted for Trump should not be involved in this case. It should not be a citizen of this country. Yes, that's right. That Kara Weinecke, Michael Osbrook, Andy Kopsa, Angela Sedlowski, and on and on and on. Due process gang. Why do they think it's okay to bring politics into this discussion? Politics is nothing but divisive. How is it inclusive? If you're trying to build an inclusive following in support of Rick Allen, but you're going to ostracize all of the people in the center and on the right? It's pretty weird, right? Anyway, it's not the point of me being here. Look, right here is why I'm here. I'd like you to take a real close look at something really spicy. Delphi Docs rules. Okay, Delphi Docs rules. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. What's the first one? I just highlighted. First, rule number 1. Do not suggest the families are involved. Do not question the action or inaction of family members.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
I mean, all right, so moving on. Moving on. Now, this is a difficult. Okay. This next piece is difficult because this portion of our program, we're going to feature one of our community members. Okay, Daisy Boo, 82. Okay. So allow me to get into this with Daisy Boo, because I'm trying to show you something. Daisy Boo. Daisy Boo said, "Oh, Keith, so glad to see you here. Welcome to the subreddit. I appreciate you taking the time." This is in Delphi Mystery, as you can see at the top. "I appreciate you taking the time to respond, but I think there's been a little misunderstanding. You're right that I stated it a bit directly. It would have been more accurate to say it was likely a motion-triggered JPEG-based system, based on the kind of footage we have and what was common at the time. But honestly, it's a Reddit post, not a forensic report. I suggested what was likely based on the format of the footage and the types of systems common in rural areas back in 2017. It's simply the most logical explanation for why we're looking at stills and not continuous video. If this were a peer-reviewed paper, dumbass, I'd most certainly try to find some references, you piece of shit, alcoholic douche. And honestly, if there were missing a missing video, I'd imagine the defense would have brought that up, but they didn't. They stipulated to the footage, which probably says a lot more than I ever could. As for the subreddit, you did call it a failure, but here you are joining in on the fun. This post alone has had over 1.2 thousand views and has been shared widely. The low vote count, most likely from the same very enthusiastic downvoters with a bit too much time on their hand. Yeah, that's the mean girls. That's what they do. Listen, what trolls do. Look. Let me pull this down because now I got to do a lecture again. You guys need to understand this very, very immediately. The MO or the tactics of the mean girls are identical, no different whatsoever from the troll farm. They use exact troll farm tactics. For instance, the mass reporting, the mass downvoting, the mass fucking harassing and gang stalking. Everything they do is always as a group because they know there's powers in numbers. So mean girls, hateful behaviors follow troll farm tactics. Okay, and that's what she's referring to, mass downvoting of her post. I'm always happy to engage in good faith discussion. The post wasn't written from vibes and is certainly not the fanfic genre, although I'll have you know I was great at that back in my boy band era. It was written with care, logic, and just a bit of sparkle. Okay? And this is what she was replying to. Let's see if I can get it. Oh my gosh. I guess I put these backwards. So let's see. This is the nasty shit that he had to say. So listen to True Crime Keith here. Hey Daisy, as someone who is currently an investigator in the private sector, as someone who is currently an investigator in the private sector and interfering in the Delphi murders case, and has started his career working with small box and local mom and pop CCTV systems, I have a couple questions. Could you perhaps explain to us what a rural camera is? What makes it rural? What are the fundamental differences between a rural camera and, say, an urban camera? See, that's smart ass gaslighting. It captured JPEGs, not continuous footage. A JPEG is a compressed photo by definition. Is a video not a rapidly displaying sequence of still images in the form of frames? You agreed with second location in your exchange with them that this video has in fact been collected. So how is it possible to have seen the full capture if you've only seen still photo images? Where you sent additional exhibits no one knows about from the court, any exhibits that include the video? Could you please cite a source referencing the HHS video was motion triggered? Blah 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 blah. And if you look at the cars that are parked in the parking lot of Harvest Store, you could clearly see, I think, make, model, maybe actual build of that car. And if you were to compare that to another car that was, say, parked at CBS lot, it would be more believable. Maybe make sure you're displaying the correct information instead of making defamatory statements on your failure of a subreddit. Why is this dickhead so fucking nasty? So you see that? You see the dirty fucking drawers this motherfucker's wearing? Okay. Private investigator, huh? All right, so now for y'all, what I would like to show you now, I would like to show you guys some examples that don't include me. Okay, let's rephrase this, because we know in the past months I've shown you hundreds of examples of the harassment, gang stalking, and cyberbullying that these mean girls do. Okay, but tonight, right here, I had a talk with Daisy Boo, and I said, Daisy Boo, would you mind if I shared how they harassed the shit out of you? So before I do that, I want to read what Daisy Boo wrote for me. Okay, Daisy Boo wrote this. Let's see. Oh God, I've lost it. Oh Lord, this is too much, dude. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we here? God, it's too much for me to find. Come on, hurry up, Prof. Let's see. I need to find this for you because I think it's important that you hear this with your own ears. Let's see. Oh, come on, Daisy Boo. Where are you? Let's see. Charlie, I'm not 100% together tonight. Please forgive me. But I'm looking for Daisy Boo's email. Okay. Because I asked Daisy Boo to email me. Let's see what she wrote. If I can find the damn email. You guys be patient and appreciate that. All right, let's see. Okay, Daisy Boo. Here we go. Daisy Boo. Daisy Boo said, God, dude. Hi, Prof. I was listening to your live on replay, and you've seen me before. I mentioned I had experienced similar, albeit a smaller, smear campaign. TC Keith, Delphi Docs, Shaboogies, Kato Hair, Tatiana, etc., 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 the mean girls. I was mocked and ridiculed mercilessly. I'm a 15-year clinical psychologist, and they said I was making speculations based on vibes. I was unserious, worse than a schizophrenic lady, a Delphi dummy dumbass. In my 34-page psych review, which was received by Kara and forwarded to Stacy and an Innocence Project attorney, was fan fiction. I was also told by Keith he didn't care about my cancer. I was never rude or aggressive to them, but I was banned from Delphi Docs. They infiltrated my subreddit and downvoted everything I ever posted. They downvoted everything. They also feel the need to publicly post about my subreddit and me and mock me on X simply for posting ideas, which are just ideas based on logic and evidence, and sticking up for myself politely but assertively. It affected my nervous system so much, I decided to pull back a lot. But I still intend to ensure I advocate for Rick Allen, but I'll do so in ways that don't expose me to this level of bullying, as it's simply impacting my health too much. I can't afford this due to my cancer history and as a mom to 2 young boys. I wanted to thank you for your platform and your welcoming community. I feel less alone and more validated in my experience. Okay. And then she sends me some screenshots at a later time. And these are some of them. So, okay. So these are the mean girls. I want you to notice the mean girls bullying Daisy Boo. Okay. Look at them. She told me to fudge off, Keith. whipped. She used to do that with the guilters, but I'm guessing that's why they all blocked her now or drifted away if they actually feel they won. So she needs to get her narcissistic supply somewhere else. Yeah, it's a projection, you see. Because this is the reason she's here, not Rick or the girls. You see how they pretend to know why someone is here, right? It's all about attention for her, and she likes the negative attention and fights as much as she likes the adulation. It's all dopamine high for her. That's how you know which ones he really wishes he could be friends with instead of what he's actually stuck with. We get inaugurated into the cunt club. Well, that must be talking about me. Adrian, I blocked you on here because you are evil and I don't like you. Plus, you're dumb as fuck. Glitter Bay and Schizo Boy are wilding again, doing a smear to everyone. I legit do not understand how anyone can listen to the lad for 5 minutes and still think, oh yeah, that's a sane mind making real connections. And the lass is fast going that way herself. Thanks. I'll keep using possibly responsibly as I did here, just trying to stay open to hope Michael suggested. He publicly said maybe not in response to the same concerns yesterday. I wasn't trying to assert anything. I'm just hoping that there's movement we can't see yet. Well, Gold politely reminded Uliana that her court reporter asked for an extension after Stacy answered her notice, which I heard you inspired. Would love to see Stacy's response to you, so I'm guessing you omitted the maybe not because you were short character count. I was just sharing an observation as many do. Your response is dismissive and unnecessarily pointed. I've never been rude or dismissive to anyone in this space. Shame on the Prof contact in the second location for lies and misinformation they have spread about Michael Osbrook and Carol Weinecke. Oh, no, it's been all facts, buddy. Also weird that I didn't see Prof, Buddy, and Apologist excited utterance in the chat urging Bob to stop talking about it or tell him that this is boring conversation. I blocked her. Fudge off. Bahaha. So dumb. Keep doing what you do. Holly is back at it with the concern trolling. There's something to be said about the growing trend of cons in this community who get the last word before blocking you. Oh, Daisy, Rebecca, Taylor, Jenny, Amy, whatever your name is, the shtick of yours won't last long. Okay? None of you need to pretend to be close to the Allen family, Rick attorneys, or just blatantly make shit up. Oh, here's one. So here's something you should all know. This is total bullshit you're looking at, okay? There's no phone here. This is what happens when you take a already pixelated photograph and you screenshot it and share it and you put filters over it and you screenshot it again and you share it again and you filter it again and you share it again. It becomes so pixelated that it starts to get square edges and put things in there that are not there. So they're trying to, this is of course Jenny, okay, who's trying to assert that there's an extra phone in the photograph that can be seen in the leaves. Well, of course not, because we have the original photographs in higher quality that have not been extra pixelated, extra filtered, and extra screenshot. And you can clearly see it's just fucking leaves and twigs. Okay, this is called misinformation, distractions, gaslighting, and wasting of time. I don't know who the F this B is, but call yourself an adult done with me when you can tell me properly to F off. You are irritating AF. I wish you were a real life guilter. It would make sense. Stupid effing cunt negging my laugh fucking nerve. This is what she says to Daisy Boo? I mean, bro, Daisy Boo is a free Rick Allen person. See the obsession here with veiled guilter, veiled guilter, veiled guilter, state actor, veiled guilter. This is projection. This is telling you something about these people. Honestly. Look here. Veiled guilter. Again, I wish you were a real life guilter. You see the projection here? And of course, Adrian, okay? Going after Adrian. Here's the same thing with the stupid ass Jenny. The prof, one thing from all us old ladies and old hags, Profy Poo, it must be a very sad being a little man with such a big man syndrome. No, I don't have that. I'm a big man with big man syndrome. I just forget about it. LLL. Well done. We see what you're doing to all of us, OG from day one. Well, let's just say we know more. No, you don't. Because guess what? Libby is not your niece. Okay. Carrie is not your sister. And Joe Lewis is not your best friend. You're a piece of shit. You're covering from Anthony Greeno and others in the area. And we know that you always threaten to send motorcycle gangs at people. So there's something to that too. We'll get to you later. Okay, sorry. All right. Again, Daisy Boo says the issue is attacks on people's character. People make it personal when it doesn't have to be. Disagree, fine. Mock and insult, not okay. Holly and I don't agree on a lot of aspects of this case itself. Yeah, we are consistently respectful. This is adult. No, Daisy, this is because you're a normal person. You're not a plant. Okay? It's only the PR team who behaves so incredibly bizarrely. Wait, hold on. Is this against veiled guilter? Hold on. Holly unblock me, you little veiled guilter. 5:02 p.m. on the 25th. No, on the 24th. Hey, Holly. You see, that's different, isn't it? Holly, unblock me, you little veiled guilter. Okay? Holly, unblock me, you little veiled guilter. Let's go forward. Hey, Holly, unblock me, you little veiled guilter. You. Holly, are you trying to make nice with everyone since you, Christine, Prof, and all those other goons have been exposed time and time again? Ha ha ha, smashing. But don't put yourself out for this one. This is one of that new breed of troll that is a veiled guilter that thinks we should advocate by keeping quiet or sticking fast to the state narrative. It would be super helpful for the genuine people who just can't wrap their heads around it, though. So next time you're in the area, if you have time and inclination, it'd be great. Most of her post, yeah, this thing was factually debunked about Rick, is super suspicious, though, while trying to concern troll his innocence. Doesn't take a psychologist to see that obvious level of online sociopathic behavior. Do you see what they're doing to her? Hey. Wild, I know there could be dozens of people on the same nature trails at the time, and none of them ever see each other. You said you watch videos. You're lying because each video you watch, you see the offshoot dirt tracks and those trees everywhere, dumbass. I'm a clinical psychologist. I don't actually know the entire story regarding what's happening with lawyers, but I can't imagine Kathy is giving up. I'm hopeful things are in action behind the scenes. Even Michael did allude to it possibly not taking years yesterday, I believe. Possibly is a very powerful word that should be emphasized more often. By the way, you have people in your own subreddit correcting you on how long appellate procedures actually take. Might be a good idea to screen through that before asserting assumptions. Thanks. I'll keep using possibly responsibly as I did here. Just trying to say, open to the hope Michael suggested. You see? I'm kind to everyone. We're all human beings. We all suffer. There's no need to ration kindness. Regarding clout, that sounds cynical. If you took the time to understand me as a person and the life I live, you would see my position comes from heart and humanity. Your platitudes are rude to me. To be clear is to be kind. Have you ever wondered why everyone on the Delphi sub was rude? It's because they challenged your false innuendo and asked you about it, and you played victim. Good intentions come from impact, not intent. What kind of fucking fascist shit is this he's speaking? All good, Keith. I think we're simply operating from fundamentally different values, especially when it comes to how we speak to others. I'm not here to win, okay? Holly has spread more misinformation about anything related to the exoneration of Rick, but has the audacity to say you're hurting him. Senseless. Who am I and why do I care? People like me sat around for years watching you and the prof fuck everything up while you continue to shit on good people who have actually made progress in the Delphi case and Rick's innocence. I cannot even finish the show. I read that earlier and I forgot how hilarious it was. Jesus Christ, dude. What the hell am I doing here? I'm telling you, the insanity of these people, like the amount of beer in your fucking head, there's too much alcohol abuse here and probably some coke too. Listen, too much substance abuse, okay? You sat around for years watching you and Prof fuck everything up while you continue to shit on good people who have actually made progress in the Delphi case and Rick's innocence. What progress on Delphi case? I'm going to ask a two-part question here that's very important. Okay. One, what progress on Rick's case have you made? Any of you? I didn't think so. Okay, next question. What progress have you made in Rick's innocence? Yeah, crickets. So Rick Snay and I have done nothing but fuck everything up and shit on good people. The very people who have quote unquote made progress on the Delphi case and made progress on Rick's innocence. Both of you deserve every bit of criticism now. Fuck you, Rick Snay. How is a simpleton, nobody newcomer like me even slightly more aware of what's going on than you? Pathetic. Get your head over your ass. You see what I'm saying about how these people are? Hey, Christy, Erica, Christine, that guy, Lori, random ass, dumbass Holly. Y'all feel good about pushing how nefarious it was to want to start a PCI now? Kathy's husband, if denied appeal, won't even get to start a PCR for something like 8 years. 8 years in that prison. Great friends. Great advice. Jesus, fuck you out. These are the people telling everyone Ange, Luke, Kara, and Michael are the bad guys. Isn't that interesting? 8 years, really, Shaboogies? 8 years? Oh, this is the rest here. Look. All good, Keith. I think we're simply operating from fundamentally different values, especially when it comes to how we speak to others. I'm not here to win. I'm here because I care. That's all. I'll stick to my chemo support group. Thanks. Those ladies are the bee's knees. I don't care if you had cancer. Stop pretending to be further into this than you are. It makes not only you, but the Rick Allen innocent folks actually doing work look bad. Kind of like when you wrote a psychological report fan fictioning about Rick Allen's condition very carefully, written as if you were there with him. You weren't, right? You got exposed for it on Reddit, and now it's gone. No. I could sum up Keith in one fucking word. I don't care if you had cancer. Sorry. Anyone out there who has had cancer or who does have cancer? Anyway, I'm going to skip over a few of these. You can just read it yourself. You're fixated on discrediting my psych report. But credible legal and psychological professionals actually welcomed it and replied. I took it down not because it lacked merit, but because this space provided too hostile for nuance. This space no longer feels safe. When lived experience is mocked and empathy is weaponized, it's not a conversation, it's cruelty. I'll continue advocating for truth and justice in places where humanity still matters. All right, look at this. Okay, you see what I've done? I've already shown you this behavior from these people. Look, girl, let's see. Girl, you're still pissed the inner crank circle gave you the boot? Oh, maybe if you hadn't gone on random attack campaigns targeting individual cranks like All Eyes and others, people would still like you. Go bark at someone else, Holly. I can't make you act like an adult. I can just recommend it. But I would think that this is the type of weirdness that the Allens wanted to avoid. Cranks are treating this like it's junior high school. It's both bizarre and not helpful. Yeah, interesting you say that, Holly. Uh, uh, I think this is a type of weirdness the Allens wanted to avoid. Cranks are treating this like it's junior high. Oh, and what does this say? This says uh, apparent disagreement among trial counsel as to whether transparency was the way forward or no. Uh, Defense have decided not to associate with Rick Allen's supporters. You mean the cranks? Let's get it right. It's not. It's not Rick Allen's supporters. It's you fucking guys that they don't want to associate with anymore because you're all fucking lunatics. All right. Um, so as you can see, I think it seems like there was something else I said we had to circle back to. Oh, I remember now. Okay, I remember. Okay, I remember. There's one more thing. Let's see if I can snag it in time. Let's see. Oh man, this is too much. All right. Uh, let's see. I'm looking for. That's not it. Okay. Geez, what is that thing? It's It was last time, wasn't it? Oh man. Well, that's okay. Listen, I'll let it go for now. Okay. Uh, Guys, I think I'm done. Oh, before we get out of here, please, let me see. Let me work with Diana because she's always so good to me. Diana, look, pump up the gold, guys. Look, we have a 10 super chat goal. The super chats can be 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99, $4.99, any value of super chat. If you click on that little goal, let's make our goal tonight uh, of 10 super chats. Okay, 10 super chats. Um, I will try to leave it open for 5-10 more minutes. Maybe we can hit our goal. Please, if you're on the replay, leave some comments down below and hit the thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. You know, the thumbs up are nice. And the comments down below are the most amazing thing once this live is done. Because at the moment of the live, the most amazing thing is a chat here. Uh, After the live is over, the most amazing thing is the comment section because the comments keep on coming. Comments keep on coming, you know, and it keeps it good. So please do support the channel with the likes, the comments, the shares, whatever you want to do to support the channel. I so appreciate it. And I want to give a special shout out to Jake Brooks, Rebecca Ann, Dirty Diana, Mark Ellis, okay, for the super chats tonight. That's Rebecca Ann, Dirty Diana, Mark Ellis, and Jake Brooks all sent super chats. Oh, and there's Amy. Amy sent one. Boom. So see, we might make our goal, but you got to click on the goal, by the way. Uh, Let me, just a moment. Let's see. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's it. Hopefully, we'll make our goal. If you're new here, go subscribe to my Substack, please. If you want to support the channel on an ongoing basis, the Substack's the best place because that's where I do all my That's where I do all my posting, is over at Substack. Go to Substack. It's important. I'm going to do posting over there. So please go over there and do it. Go to Substack. Go to, if you want to do Cash App to send me a one time or buy me a coffee, all the ways to support the channel, go do it. Appreciate you. Okay. Also, thank you, Muty Silence, for the ice cream fund. Oh God, maybe that's why my stomach's messed up. Too much ice cream this week. In the summer, I eat a lot of ice cream. I gotta admit to everybody. Okay. In the summer, I eat a lot, and it's so cold, sugary, and milky and sweet. And gosh, uh, probably why my tummy's a little rough anyway. It's been a rough week of ice cream. But okay, let's see what we got here. Well, anyway, we didn't make the goal, but we're damn close. So on the outro screen, if somebody wants to hit up the if you hit up the goal, press the little goal icon, and leave a super chat, then we'll reach our goal before the end of the show. If not, I want to thank you anyway, because we had so many good supporters tonight. Like I said, Muty Silence here. We had Amy, Nicole Watt, uh, Jake Brooks, Mark Ellis, Diana, Rebecca Ann, and also Manuel became a member. Okay, so thank you to Manuel Override. Nice name, right? Okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. My voice is shot. I'm out of here. We went long tonight somehow. It's 3 hours, 22 minutes. So I'm glad we made it to 3 hours and 22 minutes. It was nice. So I'll leave it open another 10 minutes, and that'll give you time to super chat my ass on out of here. We'll make our goal, and hopefully I'll see you again real soon. Maybe Sunday or Monday. Okay, maybe Sunday or Monday. And appreciate it all. And again, special prayers for Cosmo and all of you guys in the chat who were Cosmo's friends, especially Diana. Look, Diana probably doesn't want me to say it. Diana was Cosmo's friend as well. She helped Cosmo. We loved Cosmo, and we're really upset. And it's she's missed. Okay, she's missed. And anyway, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it so much. Special thanks to Amy for holding it down tonight. And thank you to Muty Silence for being here in the chat. Also, Christina. I don't know. That's all I got to say. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Who else is in here? Let's see. Charles, you got to send me a Discord message or something. Okay. Charles, stop being weird. Okay, what's up, Diana, Amy, Christina, Giuseppe, Lisa, Nicole, Pertinent, Muty Silence, Samantha Springman, Giorgio, Sweet Dude Shibby. Who else? Charles. Barbara Borman, okay. Pertinent, Nicole Watt. Heavy Metal Rehab. What up, what up, what up? Where is she? What up, Heavy Metal Rehab? Sweet Dude Shibby. Okay, Christina. Everybody else who was here, appreciate you being here. If you want me to say hello to you, say it now. Okay, say it now. All right, Heavy Metal's here. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, Heavy Metal. Okay, Sweet Dude Shibby, R.I.P. Sammy. Granny D, good night to you. There she is. Okay, yeah, thanks for coming in. Let me know that you're on the way out. Okay, everyone, let me know you're on the way out. Hit that like on the way out. Okay, leave some comments down below in the replay for all you replayers. Okay. Hey, well, I got to be real with you. I got to be real. hopefully this is the last time we ever have to address the irrelevant shit talkers. But in case we ever have to address them again, we will, because we always do what we have to do. All right. But there you have it. That's the Prof Friday Night Fights round 10. Okay, that was round 10. And anyway, I want you to do me one favor. Before you get out of here, I want you to listen up to this little public service announcement.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here.
Bruh. Bruh.
Just to confirm, one thing that I'm curious about is Stacey Eldridge. She never physically had Libby's phone, correct, to run those tests?
Correct. So the state, fairly early on in 2017, did a full physical extraction. So that pulls all of the data off the phone, and that's what we used. That's what we sent Stacey. And that's what she used to analyze the data from the phone. So there's software that pulls the data off the phone, and then there's that Celebrite can also parse it out, and you can use other programs to parse that data out too. So, but yes, she never had the phone. At one point, the phone was shipped to, I think, North Carolina, to maybe Border Patrol or Customs to do an extraction because ISP didn't have the software to do it. But other than that, I believe it was at ISP the entire time.